Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. We're on Roadcraft and we're on the PlayStation 5. So, we are continuing, excuse me, well, that's my chair, not my back, although it does feel the same, and sound the same. We are continuing on the sunken map straight after my last video, episode 9. No, episode 10. Where it fell over. Yes, I broke the game again. Please go and watch the video. It's very long, but that's because I had technical issues as well, because the recording studio decided to shut down like half an hour in. So that was fun. But anyway, and then basically, just as I was trying to wrap up and finish for the that video, all hell broke loose. It was another one of the trailers glitching out and going absolutely mental. Right, this is the first time I've been back into the map since it went absolutely mental. So I want to see if it has... Nope, they are there. They are there for good. Wow. So, as you can see, that is not that is floating. That there is floating in the sky, as is that one, and that means there's the other one. There's another bit, and another bit, and another bit, and it's like it just keeps on getting higher and higher. Well, not that high, but you get the drift. Yeah. So, an entire trailer full of scrap metal ready to go so that I could clear this area out, and it went spectacularly wrong. I mean spectacularly. Look at it. What on earth? And the fact is, like I said, you saw me. I've reloaded the map. I've come back into the game, and it's there. They're there for the duration, by the looks of it. Okay, whatever. Right. Anyway, I need to move you out of the way, and then I can fill that gap in. That's gonna get very annoying. Righty, what have we got close to hand? Anything? I don't think we have we? Camera? Now you're all the way over there. I don't... Just for the sake of moving you for one piece. Although saying that, eventually I did want to clear all of that out and that lot out. But I'm going to put it on the trailer that went mental. So I am going to... Oh, no, that wasn't me. Where am I? Where am I? Who am I? What am I doing? There we are. We're all the way over here. Ain't you that much? Right, yeah, let's... Excuse me? Thank you. Brum, brum. I'm just wondering. Go through there, go through there. Yeah, see. No. It's fine. Yeah, so if you haven't already seen it, even if you go and watch the... Well, you won't be able to at the time of me making this video. I've released a little 10-minute vid of covering just the epic fail bit, so you didn't have to go into the whole big video and watch it, because I'm kind like that. See, I'm nice like that. Mm. Oh, off the back of the glitch, bug, crash, whatever you want to call it, I went online because obviously this has happened twice now, so it's absolutely needs reporting as a bug. And weirdly, I did a YouTube search for other people having problems like mine, and I can't see any videos. Either nobody's posted a video of them having like these kind of serious issues, or I'm just not using the right search parameters. I don't know. So if you are watching this, please do me an absolute solid. If you know of any other videos out there of people, even shorts, of people that have had problems or are having these problems similar to mine or of equal and better epic proportions, put a comment below in this video and say go and watch this video, or just tag their video. I'm more than happy for that to happen. I'm all for tagging other YouTubers and other videos and other people and so on and so forth. This is where it went bad. Okay, right, so I'm going to park it, he says, here for now. I really could do with a decent, I'm just going to have a look. I don't think I'm high enough level yet. 15. Kidding me. And what's this? Unlock the chassis by completing objectives. What objectives? 16, 17, 12. That's not even a crane. How is that a crane? It's not a crane. I can't even see it. Is that a crane? Yeah, so I've got a long way to go, which is annoying. Whatever. Is what it is. Right. Might as well go and grab the rusty mobile crane. Enter. Vroom vroom. It's my favourite scout vehicle there. It's like a hybrid. It's like a VW Baja bug, but on steroids. Really cool. Really, really cool. Oh, you're there. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Because there was a little bit down here that I needed to straighten up and smooth over. And I keep thinking, I can't be bothered to have to drive that thing all the way there. But if he is only up there, it's not going to take long, so I need to sort that out. Just flatten it, get it out of the way. And then there's a bit up here that needs sorting. See a bounce there. Seriously? Massive great wheels like that and you get stuck on... Oh yeah, I was saying about how I found or I'm hoping I found the right website for the creators, and it's like where you go in and go on the forums and report the bugs and the issues and all that lot. So yeah, I've done that about my glitch, but I also went on there and because you can suggest things, so I made the suggestions of having a magnetic crane so that you can pick up the metal, the scrap metal, rather than just have to use this, because I think it would be so much better. I really, really do. Right, alright, just hold that thought a second. I just need to AFK, but the last time I AFK'd on my last video, the program shut down. So 2 seconds of a little slow shaking fail. And we're back in the room. Alrighty, let's get as comfortable as I possibly can't on this chair. Right, so let me just have a look. I'm having a look. Right, so I need to clear all that lot. That's not flashing, which means it's not going to be picked up. Of course, that's floating, so I can't touch that. I'm just wondering whether or not to bring that and then park it there behind me. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do. We can do that. So let's... so we set up this. What was I saying? Yes, reporting things on the website. I've also added my suggestion on the magnetic crane, like I said, because I think that this whole thing with the why can't I pick that up? Yeah, so it's stupid little things like this. What? Taking the piss. What? What's the difference? It would prevent this, you know what I mean? It would completely remove this faff and the annoyance of having to scroll through loads and loads of different bloody what are they called? Items to collect to find the one that you want, and then, like I said, if you go past it, you've got to go scroll through them all again. It's awful. It's a horrible control system. Does it make me want to not do the thingies? Absolutely not. Of course it doesn't. It's still better than this isn't going to end well, is it? Yeah, it's still better than some games. It's just a faff, that's all. I'm not going to get around there, am I? I'm not going to do this. Unless I... oh no, please don't be stuck. Why are you stuck? On what? I'm just. I don't know what to say. That'll do. Yeah, because that worked. Alright. I was hoping it might let me hook onto the trailer, but obviously not. So what the actual chuff am I stuck on? Oh my god, are you kidding me? What? Is that going to be enough? It's not, is it? That's really annoying. No, don't do that. Right, how are we going to achieve this? Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. That'll do. Yep, we're good. That was worth it. Much. Right, anyway, sorry. So so with the whole magnetic crane thing, you know, you've seen them either even if in films, if you haven't actually seen one in real life in a scrapyard. So it's a disc and it's magnetic and it's on a crane and it comes along and it picks up metal objects. You know, literally does exactly what it says on the tin, kind of thing. And it'd be perfect for this. Stay. Okay, don't. It's fine. Whatever. What else we got? Nope, that's it. Nope. Nope, yes. And, I mean, there's a lot of... Oh, my goodness. Why? It's a... Isha barrel. There we go. Yeah, so it would, like, with the magnet thing, obviously you wouldn't have to run around doing this, but also when things are in a massive pile, or like here, they're all buried under the water, they're submerged in the water, so you can't see some of it, so it would work quite well, I think, in that you should be able to... I have no idea what I'm picking up. That's going to catch on there, isn't it? And then it's just going to... No, we went 3? Do we even know what that is? What? This is going from bad to worse already. It's a good start. Talk among yourselves. Wow. Love it. It's just so not funny. It's funny. And it's annoying because, like I said, that's not gonna. It's going to come out. She shouldn't do because we've only just come back in for a walk. But she did that yesterday. Literally half an hour after coming in for a walk, it's like, I want to go out into the garden. I need to bark at things. Like the wind. Anybody else have a dog? Anybody else's dog do that? You've taken them out for a walk. They've done everything they need to do. Sometimes more than once, which is always good. And then they come home and then literally within minutes it's like, I need to go in the garden. No you don't. Just do. No you don't. Right, what we got? And where is it? It's just that pile there. Gold knows, mate. Gold knows how I'm going to do that. But because it's there, I can potentially do my, I want to fill stuff in there with the sand. So it's just this lot I need to move, which if I can park here, if it's not deep, I don't think it is. So if I move you back to there, I should be able to reach that with this crane. Famous last words. But we shall see. I want to know what that is. Because, okay. Oh yeah, these are the magic rails that you can't drive over. Very oh, why is that deeper than it should be? Really? No. Right, whatever. We're clearly not going any further than that. It's fine. And strap on, boys and girls. Wait, what? Oh, camera. I just want. There you go. Handbrake. Don't want that on. Oh. Stop. Really am pushing my luck with this game. That's never going to reach that. There is absolutely no way that is going to reach. Not gonna happen. And I'm stuck. Still not gonna happen. Ah, you absolute. Feck. Saying a word. How am I going to do that then? I suppose if I reverse in, more chance of surviving. It was a bit of a stupid idea, wasn't it? Let's just drive into the water. What's the worst that can happen? So in true British fashion, I'm going to talk about the weather. The date of this recording is the 6th of June 2025, Friday, and just had, I say an alert, it's a little notification that popped up on my phone and on my laptop saying weather warning. Oh no, shit, you know, oh my goodness, we're yeah, it's hilarious. And it's like thunderstorms, and it's like, blimey, oh my goodness, you know, that it must be, they've issued a warning about thunderstorms. Pff, what? Yes, that's how pathetic we are now when it comes. We used to pride ourselves, I swear down, right, as a British person, right, and old school British person, we used to pride ourselves on our shite weather. Yeah. Oh, it's raining. Yep, it's Britain. Oh, it's blowing a gale. In other words, it's a little bit windy. You know, that kind of thing, right? It's what we do. It's what we did best. You know, we always talk about the weather because we don't actually have anything else to talk about. So it'll work. Why does that still look like it's not going to reach? Anyway, so yeah, we've had this thunderstorm warning. It's like, for God's sake. You know, ooh, we're going to have a bit of rain. And I looked on the, so to begin with, it was like, yes, severe thunderstorms, and it's going to be this and that and the other. And the Met Office, yeah, actually issue guidance on what to do if you're caught in a thunderstorm. That's how bad things have got now. It's embarrassingly pathetic, you know. I'm sorry, but it is. It's like, what the hell? Unless you're actually either in a woodland or in the middle of a field or on some moorland or up a mountain and you're caught in a thunderstorm, I don't think you've got much to worry about. But no, the Met Office have to release, you know, guidance on what to do. It's like, oh, you bastard. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, we've got that. And anyway, so it was like, oh my goodness, and maybe, you know, it's obviously we could be in for some good thunderstorm. We like a good thunderstorm. Who doesn't like a good thunderstorm? You know, the old rumbles and stuff. And so I looked, and yeah, is it heck? It's literally, it came up as moderate thunderstorm. What is a moderate thunderstorm? Since when has that been a thing? It's a moderate thunderstorm. Well, is it going to be like a slight rumble, you know? Sorry to disturb you, but I just need to make a little bit of a rumble in the clouds, kind of thing. You know, it's okay. I won't do it too loud because I don't want to scare the millennials. You know, I don't want to upset the children. Yeah, so we're having a moderate thunderstorm tomorrow. It's like, good grief. it's laughably embarrassing as far as I'm concerned. Um, yeah, so I can't wait for that one. Where I live, on the south coast, we next to never have what I would call decent weather. We never have good weather. I say good weather. We never have decent weather, as in, and to me, decent weather is anything with a bit of teeth in it. We have wind, and that's it. And it rains occasionally, but it's predominantly just windy, and it's annoying as hell. And so everybody else has snow, and everybody else has decent thunderstorms, and you see the stunning footage and the videos all on the social medias and everything else. Yeah, no. We might get a rumble in the distance coming over, coming off the channel, and that's it. And it's like, good grief, it's boring as hell. So when they tell us that we've got a weather warning for a moderate thunderstorm, as you can imagine, I'm not exactly going to be holding my breath in anticipation. I'm not going to be sat in the garden with my camera ready to catch the amazing light show, nature's beautiful light shows. It's just funny. Whereas, the poor souls in America, you actually have your warnings. Please don't do that. Don't you? Like that come up on your phones and stuff, saying like, you've got bad weather. And you have bad weather. You have like life-threatening bad weather. And then of course you've got all the other places around the globe that have their hurricanes, and they have their what's the other one? It's not not a hurricane. Oh my goodness. What's the other the one that like in Japan and the Asias, they don't have hurricanes, they have like monsoons and that kind of. So yeah, that's real weather. I mean, we're so short on supply of anything worth actually talking about. We still talk about, or you still every now and again you'll still hear people mention the Great Hurricane of 1987 or whatever it was. You know what I mean? And that was awful because trees got blown down. It's funny. So anyway, if I don't do any recordings over the weekend, I'm going to blame it on the fact that I was in the midst of a moderate thunderstorm. There's something inherently boring about the south coast, just the south coast in general. To be honest, I don't care. I've lived here long enough. I think I'm entitled to say negative things about it. Good sailing though, if you're into that kind of thing. but then there's good sailing everywhere. You know what I mean? We're an island. Hello. Pick it up. Cute. Didn't think it was going to work. I am literally on the cusp of it being just out of reach, which is annoying. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I don't even know if I can go backwards anymore. Let's have a look. Which way do we want to run? That way? Nope, that way. Oh, there you go. Hello. I'm shocked. And it falls off the other side. That's ironic. Isn't it ironic? Tell you what's ironic, is an American. Is she American? Or is she Canadian? But yeah, because no offence to the Americans, but they don't really get the whole ironic thing. They don't, irony tends to be lost on most foreigners. It's almost like it's the one good thing that the British are good at. You know, we are able to take the absolute piss out of ourselves, although that's slowly been cancelled out. You know, God forbid you say anything negative about anybody nowadays. But I'm not going down that route. I refuse to go political on my channel, no matter how tempting it is. I really don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about any current affairs or anything like that, or not to that extent. It is, I mean, it's very tempting and potentially very easy to do. And it's like every other channel that I see now on YouTube, that's all it is. It's just people doing their little, oh look at me, I'm a newsreader now all of a sudden, you know. And yeah, I'm not going down that road. I'm going to stick to talking absolute bollocks about absolutely nothing and everything whilst playing games badly. I did have a very, very nice comment. At the time of recording this, the comment came in today, the same day, by somebody asking me, saying like, oh hello, almost like a welcome back kind of thing, and it was like, hello, so you're not doing Minecraft anymore, kind of thing, because that was, you know, I was spamming the Minecraft videos, so I couldn't believe. And I just thought that was really sweet. For all I know, they were probably asking because it's like, please say, you know, please say yes, I'm done. But no, I don't believe they were. So yeah, I thought that was very, very sweet of them, and I did reply because, like I said, I've always said, because I don't get many comments, if any, it's very easy to reply to those that I get, and I can stay there. Or are you just gonna? That is not. But yeah, so I always reply back to my comment. Anybody that's made a comment on any video, short or anything like that, I will always reply back to them. A, because I can, because like I said, I don't get comments, so it's not like I'm inundated with hundreds of things to, you know, answer back or anything. But also, I'm of that age, and I'm of that level or age. Yeah, I'm at that age where I was taught that it's polite. You know, if somebody asks you a question, if you can, you answer them. If you can't answer them properly, then you tell them why you can't answer. But either way, you answer them. So obviously, if for all those YouTubers that have, am I stuck on a rail now? Can't win, can I? Yeah, when you know, with all those YouTubers with like the hundreds of thousands of viewers and all that kind of thing, where are you going? Is that actually going to, it's not going to reach now I've moved, is it? Yep. Yeah, it's impossible, you know, unless you literally pay somebody to read, you know, answer your comments for you, kind of thing. Yeah, saw that coming. That's not going to stay there. How am I going to do this? I don't need to pick them up. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm fortunate in a weird way not to have that many comments, so that when I do get a comment I can answer it. It makes me feel better. I don't feel like I'm being rude and ignoring people, because I'm not. What are the odds that that is going to stay there? Absolutely none. Oh my god, just why? Again, this whole thing about having to cycle through all the different targets. Why aren't you? Sorry, I don't understand why it's not. Oh my god, are you absolute? This is now getting worse, isn't it? It's just. Fuck me. Wow. Not quite sure what to. I don't know if I'll be able to reverse that in there. I really don't. You watch, it's going to be like, oh no, I can't do it. Yeah, told you. Can't secure the cargo. No, you're not on the. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's just lose everything. Thank you. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Yes, that's the ice cream van, by the way, in case you didn't know. It's not some really bizarre ringtone that I have on my phone. That would be both weird and funny, actually, I think, maybe. Ooh. Oh my. That's very athletic of you. Turn? You're not gonna... Oh no, you're gonna go that way. Because that makes perfect sense. Turn. Right. I need to work out... Probably still won't be able to reach. But whatever. Should have done that in the first place. I know. I know. Hindsight is the only exact science. Ugh. Knew it. Why? What the? Shut up. What the hell? It wasn't even connected to anything. Oh my goodness. Wow. It's so bad it's funny. At least it didn't stall this time. That'll just end up ripping everything else up. Look at that. Can do that again if I tried. Probably couldn't actually. That is what is called more luck than judgment. More jam than Hartley's. Right, sorry. How much more? Got that. There's at least. What's that? Random. What was that? That's not one of mine. Sorry. I had a hair in my eye. And believe me, it's not one of mine. That was very random. Ooh. Oh my. Oh my god, look at the shadow. Can you see the shadow of the object? Can you see it? No, we're not going to be able to see it. So the shadows around there. It's probably of that. Yeah, it's gone now. Well, that's interesting. Funny. Oh, didn't notice that. Nice little metal tube there, just floating. Oh, just off cap. There you go. There's another one. It's just so bad. Love it. Will it? It's a shame these items like the tubes and the pipes and stuff, they don't, obviously they're potentially hollow, but they're not, if that makes sense. So like, you know, it's just graphical, so you can't actually try and be smart ass and stack something inside something else, you know, to make room. I've tried, but it's fine, because that would have been an absolutely sweet little bit of stacking. Excuse me. She's having a laugh. No. Oh my god. Bonnie, it's all your fault. I have to AFK in a second because my dog has this. She's developed this really annoying habit of I want to go out for no reason than, like I said, to basically bark at the bloody wind. But if I drink loads of water first, then, you know, it's like, but I've just had some water. I need to go to the toilet because I have the bladder of a mouse. So, any second now. Here she goes. There you go. Thank you. I should bark this time. I'll be right back. But like I said, I'm not going to pause it, and apologies for that. But I did that last time, and it buggered the thing up, so I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to be long. Or am I? Actually, yes, I am. I'm going to risk it. I'm pausing it because I'm going to go and make a cup of tea as well. How very British. Back in a minute. And we're back. Bugging me it didn't break. Give it time. Right, where were we? What were we doing? Oh, yeah. Right, let's have a look. How much more stuff? Oh, one more. Yes. Cool. To Papa. Come on. Ooh, we're going to need a bigger boat. Have a cunning plan. Worked for the last one. Just pretty easy. Oh, come on. Just... You. Fucking... Right, we done? I do believe we have cleared the bits that need to be cleared, because that's pointless, so I don't need to worry about that. I've already gone through this. Yes, I could collect them at a certain point, but I need to basically from there all the way through there, I want to level it out, fill it with sand, level it out, and then tarmac it so that we can drive through there, we can drive through there, and we can drive through there potentially. Wonder if I can move them. So yeah. So that's yet another truck. Out of commission. Purely don't you fucking dare. Yeah, out of commission until I can... I'm so gonna regret that. No. Just turn. Oh, you asswipe. Oh, you absolute... Go on. Seriously. There we go. Phew. All good. Alrighty. Yes, so that is also now out of commission unless... Actually, how far is it? Ooh, we're upside down. No, no. Or is it? No. I thought I unlocked a recycle. Uh, huh? I thought I unlocked one of these over this side and it was up and running. Huh. Okay. Orv's not. Just the concrete slab at the moment. Slab. Sorry. Can't help it. I am going to investigate that at some point as well. Although looking at it, it just looks like a dead end. Oh, I'm just trying to think of trying to make shortcuts. Shortcuts don't always work. Definitely need to finish surfacing this bit, I think, because it is going to be a one of my main routes, one of my main thoroughfares, I think. So definitely going to need to have something. And that is weirdly deep. That is just so weirdly deep. I need to finish clearing this little area up as well, but I am in no major rush to do that. Are we going to struggle getting up here? Which confuses me because are you seriously telling me I've got that much weight on here that you're going to struggle? Because I don't believe you. Most of it's hollow. You know what I mean? It's tubing. They actually look like those crispy round wafer biscuit things with a little bit of chocolate on them that you get at Christmas. That's what they remind me. I have no idea what they're called because I don't like them. But yeah. I'm also going to cover that lot in sand because this is also going to be a regular route. Come on, this is where we struggle. See, yeah, can you imagine how much sand I'm going to need if I wanted to make this a lower gradient? We're good, he says, catching the wall. It's fine. Right, park this up next to the other one. Are they wooden or are they concrete? That's concrete, isn't it? Yeah, so don't try and be a smart ass and smash into it. Hello. Does look pretty in a decent paint job, doesn't it? Right, okay, so we need to, where are we? Oh, we're there already, aren't we? Yes. No, we want to move you out of the way. Which way are we going? I was hoping it would ping out of the way, but it didn't. Oh, hello. That's interesting. That's completely disappeared. Oh. So, in the previous video, when I had my major glitch, you know, the bloody trailer going mental, when I came back to sort everything out and see what was left lying around, that grid was stuck against one of those little wooden trailers, and it was kind of half floating in the sky and half like sat upright on the ground, and then you just drove near it and it fell over, and now the trailer itself has actually disappeared, so that's an interesting one. Righty. No. Yes. I need. Sorry. Might as well bring it over. Sorry, every time I go through that cloud of debris, which makes me laugh, makes me chuckle, makes me cry. Did you see that? Please tell me you saw that. The fact that it just practically did a 180 at speed when I wasn't. I was trying to go that way, and I actually stopped steering. I wasn't touching the controller. Don't you? I'm stuck on my back. No, good. I can't steer it. It's whatever. I'm not gonna keep on moving. Soul to soul. Yeah. Now that is showing my age. Had they had their album on tape, I was at school when it came out, and I played it so much I literally broke the tape. The tape wore out and died on me. I was gutted. That one and Aha, their album, when that came out. So I had both of those on tape. I listened to them so much that literally I wore the tape out. And Good Morning Vietnam, that was the other one. So there you go. Not that you needed to know that. But Soul to Soul, whenever I hear those, any of the tracks from the album, from their main album, it reminds me, because just driving a straight line, please, just driving a straight line. It reminds me, or it sends me back. It's like a trip down an amnesia lane. Because like I said, I was at school when that's when they made it big and they hit the charts and they were like really, really popular. And again, showing my age, we had I had a ZX Spectrum. Yep, I was one of those. I had the rubber-keyed goddess of home computers, the ZX Spectrum. And you know what? If I could get my hands on one now, I would love to have one. I absolutely would. But yeah, so I had one of them, and then my sister, she, being the snob that she was at the time, she had a 128 Amstrad disk drive. Whatever. You know what I mean? So not to be outdone, I don't even know how I managed to persuade my folks to do it. I ended up getting the ZX Spectrum 128 tape. Yeah. So we both had these, and they were like basically a built-in one unit. If you've never seen one, Google them. They're fab. So you've got a keyboard, like a generic QWERTY keyboard, and then basically on one side, normally as you're looking down at it, it was on the right, you would have this box unit, and it was either a tape cassette player built in or it was an actual disk drive. But when I say disk drive, I'm talking floppy disks. Yeah, like your little 3.5-inch floppy disk things. And yeah, that's what youngsters, that's what the kids had. That would have been your standard kids entry level into computer programming, and it was programming. My sister used to get a PC magazine every month, I suppose, or it might have been weekly, I don't know, and it would have in its middle pages bits that you would pull them out, a bit like some of the girly magazines, some of the girls magazines would have posters that you used to be able to put out. With these PC magazines, they had like a double page that you would pull out, and it would have code, and it was literally like 4 pages of A4 of code, of basic computer code. And the idea was you would type this code in and save it onto your tape or save it onto your disk, and it would be a game. It would be an actual game. You would buy a magazine and you would get this, air quotes, free game in the magazine, but you had to type the entire thing out. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it was so amazing. So basically, like I said, my sister would be doing that, and she would be doing all the coding, and she'd be doing all the typing because she loved typing. And but I had the tape. Even with the ZX Spectrum, you would have just a generic tape player that you would plug in and play your games that way. So I'd be there, and I'd be in my bedroom playing games, and it was normally, I think it's called Dizzy, but it was this egg. I think, yeah. So it was like this egg, and you'd go on adventures with this egg. And whilst playing that, I would be listening to Soul to Soul. I was at primary school. Well, would I be in primary school? Yeah. No, I don't know. No, I might have just gone into my secondary school, but either way, I would be like 10, 11 at the most, and I'm listening to Soul to Soul. So there you go. I have always had some affinity to music of all sorts of genres, all sorts of styles and everything else. So I've always been encouraged to appreciate the wide range of music. But so whenever I hear a Soul to Soul track, especially the most commonly known one, the keep on moving, don't stop, that one, it instantly takes me back to those days of sitting in my bedroom, playing on my ZX Spectrum and playing games whilst listening to their album. Very, very cool. I mean, nowadays, can you imagine expecting kids today to do any of that? To actually buy a magazine that would have code in it, and you would be expected to type this code in to play this generic game. I mean, they're expecting level. I mean, can you imagine the level of code if you were to write the code down to play something like this? It's insane. But yeah, back then it was amazing. It was great. Those were the good days of innocence, the good days, where just things were on a whole different level. There was still bad shit going on. Of course there was, but because we didn't have the media coverage and that we were able to live in blissful unawareness of a lot of the things that were going on, and a lot of the time these things they didn't affect us. Whether it was a war or a bombing or somebody famous had died or something, it didn't affect us. It did because it had no real major impact on our lives as kids. Whereas nowadays it's like, for some reason, kids today, they are affected, and impacted by everything, and sometimes it's like, why? You question it. It's like, why are you so involved with this? What does it matter to you? Live your life, be a child. And then other times it's like, I can understand that, but this day and age, with the technology and the way life is in general, kids today are not kids, and it's very, very sad. Very sad. It's like that part of growing up, and it's been like it for a good couple of decades now, but that part of growing up, it just seems to have been taken away from kids. The only time you hear, like during the week, the only time you'll hear kids screaming and playing and laughing and shouting and all is the primary schools, when they're at playtime and they're running around. That's that's probably the only time you'll ever really hear any noise. Secondary school, nah, none of that. They're too busy with their faces in their computers and their mobile phones and social medias and all that kind of thing, that they don't know how to child. if that makes any sense. You know, there is no such thing as a child now. Once you get into secondary school, once you hit 9, well, yeah, it's probably even younger nowadays, but definitely 10 and upwards, so you're in your secondary school, that's it. You might as well not be classed as a child anymore, and it is insanely sad. I mean, if you're an adult now, think about what you used to do as a child, right? And then you think about what the children around you, whether they're yours or ones that you know of, yeah, think about what they do now and compare it. I mean, yeah, it's the old adage, isn't it? Like, again, there's this whole generation thing where on the videos, and it's like, oh, when we were kids, we would go off and we would do this and we would do that. But it's true. When we were kids, we would literally, you know, during the weekend, so on a Friday night after school, if you've met up with your mates before tea time, before bedtime, you would make plans for that entire weekend. So, what are we doing tomorrow? Okay, we're going here, right? Okay, so I'll meet you here, or have you come round and we'll go from there, kind of thing. And that was it, you know, and it was off you go. But nowadays, because they're all on their mobiles and stuff, you know, what are we doing? Or, yeah, go onto your socials, go onto your Snapchats and your WhatsApps and all that lot. And it's like, oh, you know, you're coming out in a minute. Oh, no, I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing it. It is just... I'm all for progression and things progressing for the better, but I do believe that the loss of childhood in today's society is a huge mistake. And unfortunately, it's not just a case of, oh, you know, they don't want to go out and play. They don't. Half the time, unfortunately, it's not safe for them to do it. You know, my parents wouldn't bat an eyelid with me jumping on my push bike first thing on a Saturday morning. If I'm lucky, I've got a couple of quid in my pocket. But yeah, you know, my parents wouldn't think twice. They wouldn't bat an eyelid at me disappearing on a Saturday morning. They'd be like, where are you going? Don't know yet. Okay, just, yeah, be safe. And that's it. Off you go. You're you know, and you're not back again until you don't come back until it's just getting dark. It used to be back before the streetlights come on, kind of thing. You know, that was you wouldn't wear a watch. You never had a watch in them days. Yeah, good days. At least I think we all remember, and you know, we all think, oh, good days, those were the best days, and all this lot. They probably weren't. I mean, I know for a fact that my entire 5 years at secondary school was spent literally from day one, the moment I stepped foot on the school bus, I was bullied. You know, physically, mentally, emotionally bullied. From day one to the moment I left after taking my very last exam, and that was it. I never looked back. But everything that went on outside of school was alright. You know, I had friends, and we went places, and we did things, and we went on adventures, and quite often I would be quite happy to go off and do things on my own, and, you know, if nobody was around, wouldn't think twice about it. I'd jump on my bike and go for a bike, you know, bloody 20-mile bike ride afterwards. But you just, it's not a done thing now, and it is sad. It is really sad. Okay. Right, it wouldn't let me refill the sound. That's weird. Anyway, you get the gist. I've just realised how long I've been on. There's me waffling away again. I'm going to stop recording because you don't want to see me doing this. You really don't want to see me doing this. So by the time my next video comes on, this will be filled and covered and tarmacked and like brand new. You wouldn't even know it was a big hole. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope I haven't waffled too much bollocks, and the chances of anybody actually listening to any of it are remote, to say the least. But please don't forget to like and subscribe, but definitely leave comments if there's anything that you agree with or disagree with that I have said during this video or any of my other videos. Please feel free to comment, and as I've said in this video, I will respond to your comments. That is a guarantee. Unless all of a sudden I go viral and I have hundreds of thousands of it. That's never going to happen. So yes, until the next time, hopefully I will survive tomorrow's moderate thunderstorm. Just even the thought of it is just making me jump. So yes, hopefully I will be back and I will be making more of these videos. And until then, please take care of each other and yourselves. Love you all. You are very much appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, laters.